So Anthony, these young men, a lot of them are struggling with the fact that they didn't grow up with a relationship with their father. You didn't have a father in your life. What would you say to these young men?
It's the life you've been given, and sometimes you have to deal with where you are in life and go from there to where you want to go. That can't be an excuse. Wherever you can get that male love, that male attention, and that male guidance, it's important. So it doesn't necessarily have to be blood that can father you. It can be someone who instilled those things into you, that wisdom, that knowledge, and that direction, and someone who holds you accountable. That's what you really need.
Hey, how y'all doing, man?
Good.
Y'all look bad today, man. Y'all under arrest? Y'all on house arrest? What's wrong? Y'all got what's happening, man? I mean, y'all inside. What happened? The girls didn't stop?
What?
Yeah, I mean, you what happened?
Okay.
Ain't nobody dropping no DMs on you. You can't get out the house. You can't go holler at them. Y'all just oh. Man,
you crazy. I like
I'm crazy. Let me tell you something. I done made a whole lot of money being crazy, partner. Ordinary don't get it. Hey, listen, I want to say welcome to everybody
Thank you.
to the mentoring program that's virtual this year. So due to the COVID, we couldn't do the mentoring program we normally do at Chick-fil-A Ranch and my ranch out in Dallas. So we did it virtually. We've had a lot of success though. We've had, actually every day we've had like 600 boys joining us, 600 young men joining us. So that's worked out. If you don't know who I am, then you don't have a television set or electricity. I'm one of them dudes, man, where I'm really grateful, man, that God put me in a position. Somebody told me a long time ago, a very famous person, what you want to do, Steve, is you want to live your life where when you walk into the room, you need no introduction. Your reputation precedes you. So hopefully that's happened for me in my life. I've been very fortunate. So y'all, hey, listen, I got somebody that I see them joined us that I want to bring on the phone because I got a man that not only didn't have a father in his life, but he became a huge musical success. So he's with us right now. He does this all the time with me on my mentoring program. Ladies and gentlemen, the R&B legend, Mr. Anthony Hamilton.
What's up, man?
Mr. Hamilton.
What's up?
How y'all doing?
Good.
Good. That's y'all.
So Anthony, these young men, a lot of them are struggling with the fact that they didn't grow up with a relationship with their father. You didn't have a father in your life. What would you say to these young men?
I think it's not a curse. It's not a punishment. It's the life you've been given, and sometimes you have to deal with where you are in life and go from there to where you want to go. That can't be an excuse. There's an uncle in your life, or cousin, or somebody who's close to family. Wherever you can get that male love, that male attention, and that male guidance, it's important. So it doesn't necessarily have to be blood that can father you. It can be someone who instilled those things into you, that wisdom, that knowledge, and that direction, and someone who holds you accountable. That's what you really need. You know, my father was there, but then he disappeared, and then I was blessed with another father. I got adopted when I was about 14. And then that father was there. And then my real father came back in my life. And, you know, I don't hold no grudges. I accepted him. This is where we are. We're going to start from here. We can't fix what was.
Right.
You don't want to waste no time trying to go back. Let's go forward. We can make it work from here on out. We make it work from there.
Hey, Anthony, you got 6 sons. Is that right?
Yeah, 6.
Wow. What's your relationship with I'm looking at them right now. What's your relationship with your sons like?
Man, I love each and every last one of them. We all are really close. The younger 3, I just had them for 3 months during the pandemic, and they drove back home with their mother, but they'll be back in about a couple of days. She dropping them back off. But we're really close. We talk, and we speak about like real life stuff, and I love on them. I hug them, kiss them. I just encourage them, you know, being a real father and a friend.
Mr. Hamilton, did not having your father in your life, do you think that changed your way to like be successful, or do you think that like fueled it or took away from it? If that makes sense.
You know, it made me want to be better. It made me want to go out and be the best me I could be, because I know I deserved it. You know, You have to know that you deserve a good life, and that you deserve a chance, and that you deserve greatness. And I was willing to do whatever I had to do within reason to get to that place, to where I didn't have to feel sorry about that. And just to, you know, there were times when I wanted to prove to him, like, you know what, you're missing out. You missed out.
I feel that.
And, you know, I knew that I was special. I knew that God put me here for a reason.
You were never worried about like why he left or like why he wanted to not be in my life?
My thing was, you know, I didn't really worry about it. I was just like, you know what, he's missing out. I just know, you gotta know that you're special enough. You gotta get to a place where you know what, I'm somebody, I'm special enough. With or without him, he's missing out. And from there, I knew that, okay, he's missing out on something great. So I had to live up to my potential of what I felt would be great for me. Sometimes you can't worry about why they're not there. Just know that they're not there, and maybe it's a blessing. Or if you spend your time in that bitter place, you never grow past that place. It's okay to wonder sometimes, but don't stay there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Don't try to figure out, because it takes so much time and energy, and it puts you in a dark place. And sometimes you're not strong enough to get out of it. Sometimes you get stuck there, and you become angry and resentful, and you don't want to carry that around with you.
So would you say it's recommended to have like a talk with him as to why he wasn't there, or do you say it's not even, don't even worry about it? You know what?
When I got married before, I had been married. I was in my 30s, and I hadn't seen my dad in probably 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And my ex-wife wanted to have him in our wedding. And I was like, she said, well, call him. I was like, well, I hadn't been used to calling him or talking to him, but I called him. I went over to his job and I invited him. I introduced him to, and he said, well, I don't know, I'll be busy. Even though I hadn't seen this man in all those years, while he was driving off on the golf cart, my natural thing was to say, I love you. And don't you know, for a second, he drove off and he turned around and said, I love you too. And that changed my life. I'm not gonna say it didn't matter, but that changed. And then we grew from that place. But I didn't spend all my time worrying about why he wasn't there or what. I felt like, my thing was, I felt like he wasn't at a place where he could be a father. So sometimes just because they're fathers or they've made babies don't mean they're ready. And you can't make somebody ready to be something that they're not capable of being. And sometimes it's better that they're not there to mistreat you and talk down to you because they're miserable in the space that they're in. And then you get back up with them later.
Hey, Mr. Hamilton.
All right, thank you.
I have a question, but this is off the topic of like fatherhood.
Yeah.
So I know that you've had a great music career singing and like everything. But like me, I'm trying to have a music career myself, and I want to know like how you like got to like where you are in music.
You know, I exposed my talent to people around my city. And then sometimes if you the more you let people know you have a gift, the more they'll promote that gift for you. And if it's at a level where they feel like it needs to go on to the next level, they'll introduce you to someone like they did me. They introduced me to a guy who was going back and forth from Charlotte, North Carolina to New York. And he was like the Harriet Tubman, bringing everybody from North Carolina going to New York. And he introduced me to Andre Harrell and Jimmy Jenkins them, and that's when I got my first record deal. But it took some years.
Okay.
But you gotta expose it though. People gotta know, if they don't know you sing and don't know you write or dance or do business or create websites or whatever you're doing, then nobody knows the champion and nobody knows to promote it.
Yeah.
So you gotta expose it.
Hey, DeMonte, I want to hear from DeMonte. Did you have a question, DeMonte?
Yeah, I have a question for you. I want to know, like, cause I had watched a video on like how you had got how you got Showtime at Apollo, and you had said in the video that you had called your answer machine, right? And you had got the gig in Florida. So do you ever think about sometimes like, what if you would have never called your answer machine? You would have never went to the show in Florida. Like, how would your life be?
Yeah. See, fellas, listen. You're gonna have a lot of chances in your life. You're gonna have a lot of pivotal moments in your life. You're gonna have a lot of turning points in your life. You're gonna get to some crossroads in your life. You're gonna get to that fork in the road where you're standing there and you can go right or you can go left. These moments are critical, man. And the older you get, the more consequences come with choosing the wrong way. But the one thing that always helps you is, see, man, if you have the mindset of being successful, of staying on a positive path, you know, look, man, your boy's gonna come to you, your money ain't right. Hey, man, let's just do this one deal. Let's slang this dope. Hey, man, let's go down here. All I want you to do is drive. One of the worst things I ever did, man. See, I ain't never been no criminal dude, man. But this dude, I needed some money, and everybody knew I drove. I drove cars real good when I was young, man, because my brothers taught me how to drive. This dude came to me, man. I was about 24, 25, man. I was out of work, man. I just had these twin daughters. Dude said, hey, man, just drive for us. You ain't got to do nothing, man. We know you don't do this, love. Just drive. Worst thing I did, get in that car and drive. I got in the car to drive. They said, go by and pick up this other dude. I can't say no names because he free. I pick him up. He said, Love. They used to call me Love. He said, Love, where you going? I said, I'm just driving. He said, hey, man, this ain't what you do. He said, dog, you gonna be special, man. Something about you. I don't know what you gonna be, but you gonna be special one day. You can't fool with us. He took me back home. I sat back on the porch. He said, now, if we hit a lick, man, I'll give you $1,500. I said, man, but that dude's gonna pay me if he said, man, you ain't got nothing to do with this. Two of them dudes today, from that night right there, is still in prison. Two of them, still in prison. The dude that stopped me is one of my best friends. He never got hit with it. He free today. Had I taken that bait and drove that car, it ain't no telling where I would be. You're gonna have so many moments in your life, young men, where you got to. But if you stay the right way, if you just try to stay righteous, man, if you just say, hey, look, man, I ain't with that. If you just stay on the positive path, you will make the decisions that will come out with positive results. I was about to give up in that bathroom, man. I was crying, I was hurt, and I went back and called my answer machine just to double check. And when I answered the machine, the dude said, this Friday. I said, damn, but I didn't have a gig. I couldn't even go to New York. I got ready to hang up and my answer machine beeped again. and it was a dude with a gig in Florida. I drove to Florida, made the money. I made the money, bought the airplane ticket. I flew to Showtime, the Apollo. I performed, got a standing ovation. Boom. That was the turning point of my life. Two things. Had I given up, I never would have got to that point. See, most people give up before they get to the turning point.
Mm-hmm.
Just cause it's hard don't mean it's time to give up. Just cause it done got funky don't mean it's time to give up, partner. That ain't the time to quit. When it get hard, you got to stay with it, man. And so that was big for me.
All right, Mr. Harvey.
Yeah.
I have a question. So I haven't seen my dad in 10 years, and so I just wanted to ask, how do you become a good father from not having a father figure in your life?
Okay, let me ask you this. From not having a father in your life for 10 years, what have you missed? Tell me a few of the things that you missed.
Well, I missed him coming to my games, and him encouraging me to like do things when I'm scared.
You probably had a few questions you wanted answered about manhood. He wasn't there to answer the questions.
Yeah, those two.
Okay, let me ask you another question. You've probably been wondering some things about them girls, and you can't ask your mom about it. But if you had a dad, it sure would help out, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Just that girl thing, man. If you could just get somebody to help you with them girls, man, I just needed that, dog. But I was fortunate. See, I had a father and two older brothers, so I had it. So now, okay, let's go over this. You wished that your father had come to your games.
Right.
You wished you could have an encouraging word. Hang in there, son. You can do it. Don't give up. Stay the course. You wanted that. You wanted, hey, Dad, if I want to ask this girl to go out, what's the best way for me to go about it? What you think I should do? See, he would have an answer for you. And so all of that stuff. So now, that's what you've been missing. When you have a son or a daughter, like Anthony Hamilton, how did Anthony Hamilton become a good father that he is after he didn't even have a relationship with his dad? I think I'm gonna let Anthony handle that. I know what I would say, but Anthony can speak to you directly.
The thing I did, I made sure that I was there to answer those questions. You know, what is it like to ask a girl for a number, or when you like a girl, what do you say? Or how do I throw a football? How do I tie my shoes? Certain little things like that makes you feel good when you have that father figure to be in your life. Are you ever afraid? You know, fathers go through things sometime and you feel like they're never afraid, but there are moments when being a father, you get scared. And it's okay. Encourage your child to be strong through it, stay the course, someone to pray with you and pray over you. And just having that friendship with the man, and that a place you can go to ask those things. Go fishing with him. And if it ain't doing nothing but just throwing the ball in the yard, those little simple things can turn a child's life around. Doesn't have to be the big extravagant gifts and you know, all the fancy things that we see on TV, but just the simple things like sitting down at the dinner table and just eating together, and him handing you a piece of bread or a piece of chicken, letting you know that, okay, I love you. Here you are. He might not say much. He might be tired after work or whatever, but just to have that energy around is important.
See, you know, man, I think everything that you didn't get is the very thing that you have to give.
Yes.
So you're gonna be fine, man. All y'all gonna be great fathers, because you know what it's like not to have one.
Yeah.
You're gonna be great. Anthony Hamilton has done it. You're going to find the way to get it done. See, some of your fathers, man, got put in a position. Let me talk to you. If he incarcerated, he can't get to you. Sometimes the relationship between your father and your mom is a bit strained. And in that strain, sometimes your father can't push through the murk to get to you. Sometimes, man, sometimes Mothers make it hard for the man to come because he ain't been paying child support. I know some women who go, he ain't paid no money, he ain't seeing this boy. And then sometimes your father is so far behind in your life that he don't even know how to come and fix it. So since men, sometimes we are not the best at our emotions. Sometimes instead of dealing with our emotions, we avoid our emotions. I've done it before in my life. Sometimes I just couldn't grapple with how I was feeling, so I avoided the situation. You know, man, sometimes your father ain't in your life for various reasons, but you here. You here because God wanted you here. Yeah. Skip your daddy. He might not get it. Your daddy coming up short.
I got something to say.
Okay, go ahead.
One day I was on the corner doing my thing, selling drugs. I seen my father. He just dapped me up. It just went about his business.
How did that make you feel?
I was upset because he was going to walk past me. I had to come up to him and dap him up. That's the sad part about it.
Listen, man.
Crazy.
Right there, you can already tell that he is a poor example of a father. You can just tell. First of all, you had to step to him.
Right.
Then when he dapped you up, he ain't even had the audacity to say, yo, man, what you doing? What you doing out here? See, we black dudes, we know what this is out here on them streets. All us know what this is. I may not be a participant in the street, but I know what it is. But for your father not to even stop and address it, that had to make you feel some kind of way like, damn, man.
And I had to walk to him and dap him up.
Yeah.
I ain't had to do that.
You know, man, but like he could have turned around. But see, listen to me, fellas. This pain that you feeling is real. It's not, we're not saying you ain't in pain. I'm saying that you are in pain. And we recognize the pain in you. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to understand that you were created for a positive and a special reason. All of y'all. All of y'all. And the reason you on this video call is so you can hear that message. Don't you think God know what you've been going through? You don't think he feel your pain? That's why he put you in a position so you can hear different mindsets. So you can hear from different people like me, Hamilton, the cats that's been talking. But this pain you feeling, look here, man, this shit real. This ain't no game here, dog. When you missing your father, man, there's a hole in your soul, the shape of your father. I get it. My hole in my soul didn't start till I was 43. When my daddy died, man, I'm damn, dog. You know how many times, man, I want to just say, hey, Pop, you see me? You proud of me? Hey, Pop, hey, man, I'm finna do this here. What you think? I still do that. I'm a grown-ass man, dog. I got 3 sons myself. I got 29, 28, and soon to be 23. I got boys myself. I still want to say something to my daddy, man. I miss him. I miss this dude, man. And you miss yours. And rightfully so.
I got a question for you, Mr. Hamilton.
Yes, sir. Hey, how you doing, brother?
What is both of y'all biggest fear as a father, as being a father?
My biggest fear is failing them and doing anything to take me away from their lives permanently. That's why I didn't want to, you know, I tried to be in the streets a little bit. I knew that wasn't my thing. So I got out of it. I was like, you know what? If this is going to take me out of my son, I have one son, Anthony. He's 31 now. If this is going to take me away from him forever, I don't want no parts of it. So the fear of failing him, and now the fear of protecting them in this society. Yeah. You know, with all the racism coming, you know, full-fledged and, you know, COVID and all that. Protecting him now, not being able to protect him or to save his life, that's a fear. But all I can do now is give them the tools to use, like wisdom and having the right temperament. Don't boast up against ignorance like the police and things of that nature. You know, the things that I've given him this far, hopefully he'll use it for good. But yeah, we have those fears of failing.
Yeah.
I met my father over Instagram. He tried to come back in my life with some drugs. I ain't seen him since I've been born. He tried, and I met him on Instagram. He tried to come back in my life with some drugs.
When you say come back in your life with drugs, how you mean?
I took it, and I ain't never gave him nothing else. I ain't never talked to him, none of that. I ain't want to talk to him no more. Cause after all these years, you come back in my life with some drugs. You ain't even trying to talk to me.
Y'all got brothers, listen to me. I see it in your face. You got every right to be mad. You do. You got every right to be angry, to be mad. But I want you to try something though. Because Bishop Jakes taught this to me, man, and I had to learn it because I had it in for this dude for years. And it was like a cancer. I mean, man, I was driving myself crazy with the anger and resentment towards this dude. That's how you feel about your father, even deeper. But check this out. Bishop Jakes told me something one day. He said, forgiveness. See, let me tell you something about forgiveness. Forgiveness is not for the other person. See, like if somebody come to you and say, forgive me, or try to get back at you, hey man, get on away from here. No. That ain't what you're supposed to do. Let me tell you why. Forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. All of you on this call are going to have to, as Anthony said, you're going to have to forgive your father because you are on your way to manhood. You are only a few years away. You can't carry this resentment and hatred in your heart because it's going to stop you from being who you're supposed to be. You weren't born in this world to hate him or resent him. That's his problem. Your job, though, young homie, listen to me. Your job is to straighten up. Like Anthony Hamilton, all of y'all got something to prove now. It's showtime. It's time for y'all to go and be who God created you to be. I keep telling y'all, man. Yeah.
We should forgive our fathers, but how we should forgive somebody that we ain't do nothing to? They did something else.
Hold up. Listen to me, dog. You didn't do nothing. But now let me tell you something. See, but you don't want to forgive him. See, let me tell you something. You're not asking him for forgiveness. You didn't do nothing. I didn't say go ask him for forgiveness.
He asked you for forgiveness.
I said you to forgive him. If you ever see your father, you know the greatest thing can happen? If you can look at him and go, hey man, you know something? But once you know I got myself together, man. I got a job now. I got a family, man. And I'm gonna be there for my son. I just wanted you to know that, man. I'm doing all right, Pop. You don't understand what that'll do. Your success, you becoming successful, it could bring about a change.
My situation is kind of different because my dad died before I was born. So I would never get a chance to even ask him nothing, say nothing, right. Nothing. So that's like hard for me. And it hurt me a lot when I was younger because I was kind of like mad at God because I'm like, other people may get a chance to see him one day. I won't never get that. See, right. It's always just like been me and my mom. So like I can't ask her nothing about like girls and stuff. And like it just hurts me that I will never have the chance to ever even say nothing to him.
Right. But now listen to this. Your position is even different because like I told you at the beginning, see, God put him and your mother together to produce you. You have a mission in this life. Whether you see your father have a relationship, you have to fulfill your mission in life. Now that's a bad deal, man. Your father died before you born. That's a hammer. But look here, man. You here. I'm looking at you, good looking dude. Your mom has turned you into a good citizen. You're probably halfway decent student. You know, you law abiding, you ain't in jail. So she's done a great job. You just got to get a male role model in your life. And see, that's what this mentoring program is about. You just need a male role model in your life.
My question is, what do you say to the dads who aren't in your life or who only come around seasonal, like every other year, but they sit up and they take credit for what your mom did or how she raised you? What do you do with that?
Listen to me, man. You got every right to talk to them about it. See, what these dudes, what these fathers don't understand is y'all finna be men, full-grown men. They got to grapple with that. Some of y'all gonna be bigger than your fathers, stronger than your fathers, make more money than your fathers, raise better families than your fathers. Y'all finna be that, man. That dude got to grapple with that. He got to grapple with that. It's perfectly fine to have that conversation with him. To say, sir, can I ask you a question? Why is it that you come around only every now and then? Sometimes I be just wanting to chop it up with you about some simple stuff. You don't never come around, man. Can you just help me understand why you won't take time to talk to me? Ask him point blank.
Yeah.
Put it out there. He a grown ass man. He got to deal with it. But remember this, fellas. Say it in a way that will allow him to keep his manhood intact. Don't go into attack mode, because now he got to come back in attack mode. Just go, hey, look, Dad, can I ask you a question? Why is it that when I want to talk to you, I can't ever find you? Why don't I have your cell number? Why don't you return my text? If you would just text me, man, just put it out there. If you have an opportunity, put it out there. Just say, hey, man, could I have a number where I could text you sometime? Do you care about me at all? It's okay, man. Yeah. You're going to have these conversations. I want to thank Anthony Hamilton. Thank you so much, brother. You always there, man. You solid.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Ant, you my favorite dude with this here, man.
Thank you, man. And I'm here again if you need me, whenever you need me, especially for this right here. This is very important. All these brothers, we love y'all, man, and you got potential to be as bright as you want to be.
Man.
Stay the course. Do the work.
Yeah, man. I want to thank the National Association of Minority Auto Dealers. I want to thank J.P. Morgan Chase Advancing Black Pathways. I'm Steve Harvey. I love y'all. I do this because I care. I do this because I know there's potential in all of you. And there are those of you on this phone or on this Zoom call who will become very successful. And there are some of you on this phone call who are going to become great. I'm glad I met you. I'm glad I had a chance to share some knowledge with you. We're going to do it again. Keep following our foundation page because we do Mentoring Mondays all the time, and we'll be able to get back to some of these questions. We want to thank you all so much, man, from the bottom of my heart, man.
Mr. Harvey, we have somebody who wants to end us. So, Keydron, can you take it away?
I'm a young black man doing all that I can to stand. Oh, when I look around and I see what's being done to my kind every day, I'm being haunted as prey. My people don't want no trouble. We fell in love, sure gone. I just want to live. God protect me. I just want to live. I just want to live.
Wow, that's my man.
Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother. That's how you close out. You must run. Hey, man, I heard you got a record deal.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
And he got a record deal.
Yeah.
That song right there went viral. This boy got a record deal, man.
Look, I got some lyrics for you, brother, if you need it.
Definitely.
I'll write you a Charlene, boy. You be set for life.
Oh, boy. Hey, y'all, that's good. I love y'all. Steve Harvey.
All right, man. Love y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Love
all
you,
right,
man.
brother. Peace.